Insurance plans cover Chantix for a low or $0 copay.
And we've seen a big warm up today due to seeing more sunshine. Temperatures are anywhere from 10 to 20 degrees warmer today. We get even warmer tomorrow. I'll have those details just ahead.
At Norton Fricky PC, we get it. Let us fight the insurance companies so you can focus on getting your life back. Visit coloradolaw.com.
Oh, my experience with Champion has been fabulous. Champion just offered everything I wanted in a window.
During Champion's Winter Wow Sale, save 30% on premium Champion windows. All Champion windows feature Comfort 365 glass and our exclusive limited lifetime warranty, plus 60 months low-interest financing.
It was just amazing to see the difference in the house. A remarkable change.
Hurry, save 30% on premium Champion windows during Champion's Winter Wow Sale. Plus, get 60 months low-interest financing. Call 888-930-CHAMPION.
Welcome to the highest profile trial court in America.
I'm the guy you don't want to go up against.
I've been fighting with people like you my whole life, and I like it.
For the People premieres Tuesday, March 13th on ABC.
Want justice? Go to judgejudy.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
When did you purchase the car?
About 6 months prior.
From whom?
Private party.
Where did you find the private party from?
I want to say it was Craigslist.
How much did you pay for the car? How much did you pay for the car?
$1,100.
And that's about what the range is on the car.
Correct.
Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,100. We're finished.
We also have a towing bill that we had to pay for.
Can I see it?
Yes. I also included the expenses after the accident.
Did you pay this bill?
Yes.
$1,354. Thank you. We're done.
Advisor excused. You may step out.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
Let's try to be truthful with each other so that I don't get frustrated.
Renters on the ropes.
We clearly said month to month.
If you think that I'm stupid, I resent it.
Next Judge Judy.
What happened that day was it was very foggy, very dark. I did not see the stop sign.
She blew through the stop sign. There's no question about it.
Even after talking to the police have said there has been several accidents on that same intersection.
As I was trying to make my left turn coming home, I proceeded to turn left, and she just blew straight through it.
I believe she was on her cell phone. She did have something in her hand that was glowing.
I was not.
When we collided, she had the look of, oh,
on my cell phone.
So I believe she was on the cell phone as she was driving down the road.
I just feel like she's just that type of person.
Accidents happen, sir.
Coming up on KRDO News Channel 13 at 4, accused Planned Parenthood shooter Robert Deere back in court today for another competency hearing. We'll tell you what the judge decided. And another day of lingering questions over what the White House knew about the allegations against former White House aide Rob Porter. And a very pleasant day across southern Colorado as temperatures are much warmer this afternoon with more sunshine. We get even warmer tomorrow. I'll have more details coming up.
The driver of the 18-wheeler wasn't watching the road, and he caused my wreck. It was bad, I was hurt, and it wasn't my fault.
Serious accidents involving semi-trucks can happen anytime. Call me now, and I'll help you get the money you deserve.
Frank Azar will fight hard for you. I called, and he got me $1.2 million.
I'm attorney Frank Azar, the strong arm. Call me now, 1-800-544-9922, or go to fdazar.com.
Dermawand, the best way to remove lines and wrinkles. The reviews prove it's true. Dermawand removes the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles better than creams alone. clinically proven.
After 6 weeks, I couldn't believe the difference.
A one-side-of-the-face-only Dermawand test shows the type of results you'll experience. Look years younger with Dermawand.
I can't tell you enough about how much I love my Dermawand.
Order your Dermawand now at dermawand.com or from these fine retailers.
He's the lawyer for the Batman shooter that drugged them all up, and that's what they want to do to me.
It's been years since the Planned Parenthood shooting, and the court is still holding competency hearings for accused shooter Robert Deere. Plus, a murder suspect alleges a teen put an ad on Craigslist for a hitman to kill her. Will this defense hold up in court?
So I went like this in like a picky motion, and I felt something in between my fingers, and I pulled it out, and I looked down at my finger, and it was a moving worm.
And a rare infection left worms in her body. Find out how many she pulled from one eye. We've seen mild temperatures around today, but we continue warming into our Wednesday thanks to windy conditions. I'll have an update on that in my full forecast coming up.
You're watching KRDO News Channel 13, where the news comes first. Your news starts right now.
Kill the babies. That's what Planned Parenthood does.
The admitted Planned Parenthood gunman back in court today. Our top story, could the outcome in today's hearing be any different than in the past? Thanks for joining us for KRDO News Channel 13 at 4. I'm Dana Clemens. Bart Betzel has the day off. Admitted Colorado Springs Planned Parenthood shooter again ruled incompetent. This was the first hearing since an appellate court ruled in January doctors can administer Robert Deere with antipsychotic medication.
And I'm not going to agree to their mental health evaluations where they want to take me and put me under psychotropic drugs so that I can't talk like the Batman guy.
Today in court, state psychiatrists say Deere remains too mentally disturbed to participate in his own defense or to understand the charges against him. KRDO News Channel 13's Stephanie Sierra takes a look at the hope that medication will make him competent to stand trial.
I cannot represent that Mr. Deere is competent to make this decision as he sits here today.
It's nearing in on 2 years since Robert Deere's case was placed on hold after multiple judges consistently ruled him incompetent to stand trial, citing he has a delusional disorder. Who admitted to killing 3 people at a Colorado Springs Planned Parenthood clinic back in 2015, is required to have a competency hearing every 90 days to determine his status. Last month, the Colorado Court of Appeals ruled doctors give Deere antipsychotic medication because up until this point, Deere has refused to take any on his own. ER doctor Natalie Ayers explains antipsychotic medications are used to help stabilize mental health patients.
So people that have underlying diagnosis of, say, schizophrenia or bipolar disorder and can rapidly have mood swings or behavioral swings.
He's the lawyer for the Batman shooter that drugged them all up, and that's what they want to do to me.
This is one of several different outbreaks Deere has had during his hearings.
I'm not going to agree to their mental health evaluations.
One of the many reasons prompting the judge to rule he is too disturbed to understand the charges against him.
Feel the truth, huh?
But also,
if Deere is administered the antipsychotic medication, the hope is it will keep him sane enough to understand what's going on around him and perhaps stand trial.
These medications try and help keep their chemical component in their brain normal so that they're able to function within society.
Deere has previously admitted to his psychologists that he did not want to be declared incompetent because it would mean forced medication. In Colorado Springs, Stephanie Sierra, KRDO News Channel 13.
It's unclear whether or not Deere has taken any antipsychotic medication. That information is kept private under HIPAA law. Deere's competency hearing comes as the state's mental health hospital struggles to find new leadership. The Pueblo Chieftain reports Colorado's Department of Human Services has hired a consulting headhunter to find a new superintendent. Former Superintendent Ron Hale resigned last June as a staff shortage almost cost the hospital federal funding. Turning now to our weather, our skies are staying sunny and our roads are clear. But check out this video from our neighbors to the north. The roads, not so clear at Wind Cave National Park in the Black Hills of South Dakota. A herd of buffalo is blocking the road. Since a fire over the summer burned much of the forage, this herd is often seen licking the salt right off the road. Now we want to take a look at the Tuesday temperatures in southern Colorado, so let's head over to Storm Tracker 13's Chief Meteorologist Stacey Garvilla, staying on top of your forecast. Good evening, Stacey.
Good evening, Dana. Yes, seeing a lot more sunshine out there today across most of southern Colorado. Right now in Woodland Park, we can see a few high clouds. Our Woodland Park Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center showing a beautiful view out there today. Also a few high clouds seen in Ordway. So some of the eastern plains are still dealing with a little bit of clouds, but in general, we've seen much warmer temperatures today than at this time yesterday. Right now, we're 27 degrees warmer in Colorado Springs, anywhere from about 15 to 20 degrees warmer. Those temperatures currently sitting in the 50s and 60s. We're at 56 in Canyon City, 52 in Walsenburg, 57 in the Springs, 65 in La Junta, and 66 in Lamar. Current temperature currently at 43 in Woodland Park. We're at 50 degrees in Monument Hill, and it's 59 in Pueblo. So actually, with mostly clear skies expected to continue through the evening, we're actually going to see our temperatures drop off fairly quick into the 30s and the 40s by 7 o'clock this evening. And tomorrow will be an even warmer day for us. A wind alert comes with that, as we'll have gusty conditions continue off and on throughout the day, and we'll be cooling off by later in the work week. I'll have all those details just ahead. Dana?
Thank you, Stacey. Investigators work to piece together what happened the night 19-year-old Natalie Bollinger was killed. Court documents say the suspect, Joseph Lopez, told investigators Bollinger hired him to kill her after she posted an ad on Craigslist. Sally Mamdou with our news partners in Denver takes a look into this defense and how it may not help the defendant.
Court documents show 19-year-old Natalie Bollinger died from a single gunshot wound, but some of the claims inside the arrest affidavit about what led up to her killing are still puzzling, especially the confessions of her alleged killer. 22-year-old Joseph Lopez told police Natalie hired him to kill her after posting an ad on Craigslist. He said the post read something like, quote, "I want to put a hit on me." Today, we tried to type in similar ads on Craigslist to see just how common ads like this pop up, but nothing came up. The Adams County Sheriff's Office says whether Lopez's story is true or not, it doesn't change his first-degree murder charge because assisted suicide isn't allowed in Colorado.
They don't really specifically say you can't solicit for murder.
Even though in the guidelines, Craigslist doesn't spell out hiring someone for murder is against their guidelines, former federal prosecutor, now defense attorney Doug Richards, says any efforts to blame Craigslist for Bollinger's death won't be strong.
There is no potential for a criminal charge against them. But a violation of their community guideline isn't necessarily an overt act in a criminal case.
Richard says with these types of tragedies, there is a social responsibility from websites like Craigslist to ensure users are not abusing the website.
That was Sally Mamdou reporting. Lopez is set to appear in court tomorrow to be formally charged. The Trump administration is proposing a change to food stamps. The program is officially called SNAP, or the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. The proposal would replace the current benefits with a foods package from the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The package would consist of powdered milk, ready-to-eat cereals, pasta, peanut butter, beans, and canned fruits and vegetables. The Trump administration believes states can provide food packages cheaper than the cost of food at stores, saving an estimated $129 billion over the next decade. But not everyone agrees. Coming up on KRDO News Channel 13 at 6, hear from families and the food bank about the proposal. If you have pets, chances are you consider them to be just as much of a part of your family as any human. An online petition is asking the USDA to extend food benefits to pets. The petition is called Don't Let Pets Starve, Include Pet Food and SNAP Benefits, and it's creating quite a bit of buzz. The petition page outlines more than 40 million low-income people in the United States rely on SNAP to feed their families. So the logic goes, if they can't feed their families without assistance, they probably are unable to feed their pets at all. Close to 120,000 people across the country have signed a petition to make dog and cat food eligible for food stamps. And more backlash and tough questions for the White House about that top aide who resigned over domestic abuse allegations. FBI Director Chris Wray has knocked down the White House's claim that they were in the dark about Rob Porter's past because of an ongoing FBI investigation. ABC's Tara Palmieri has the latest from Washington.
While testifying before the Senate Intel Committee, FBI Director Chris Wray said the Bureau completed former Staff Secretary Rob Porter's security clearance application 8 months ago.
What I can tell you is that the FBI submitted a partial report on the investigation in question in March, and then a completed background investigation in late July, and we did the follow-up and provided that information in November, and then we administratively closed the file in January.
Ray's testimony conflicts with the White House's story. They said they kept him on staff despite allegations of domestic abuse because his security clearance investigation was still ongoing.
The White House Personnel Security Office, which is staffed by career officials, may have received information, but they had not completed their process.
White House spokesperson Sarah Sanders went a step further, blaming the FBI for why Porter was kept on staff. Last week, the White House admitted he was handling sensitive documents with a temporary security clearance.
This is a process that doesn't operate within the White House.
It's been 7 days since Rob Porter resigned after a photo of his first ex-wife's black eye surfaced. Porter denies that he abused his ex-wives. But even the story about if and when Chief of Staff John Kelly fired Porter is unclear. Kelly claims he acted 40 minutes after the news broke on Tuesday night, but he didn't condemn Porter's alleged domestic abuse until 24 hours later. Meanwhile, Kelly tells the Wall Street Journal he has no regrets over how the scandal was handled, saying, "No, it was all done right." Tara Palmieri, ABC News, Washington.
Happening now, a Colorado native in Fort Carson Green Beret is getting ready for his time to shine at the Winter Olympics. Sergeant First Class Nate Weber is a member of the U.S. bobsledding team. He's trained in some unusual locales, from the Sahara Desert to the jungles of Cameroon. Weber will compete in 2 weeks. He says he never could have made the journey without the skills he's learned in the U.S. Army. Coming up, it's time to let the good times roll in the Big Easy. A live look as thousands gather to celebrate Fat Tuesday.
Not only are we tracking gusty winds and warmer temperatures for our Wednesday, but also some areas experiencing some higher fire danger. I'll have the details on that coming up.
Download your KRDO Mobile on the Go app today.
We look. When one of our pets goes missing.
Oh, it's like absolute panic.
So what do we do when it happens? Today, 5 p.m., watch KRDO News Channel 13.
Giving you the best tips to get your pet home safe.
Let's go! Let's go!
Lease the 2018 NX300 all-wheel drive for $339 a month for 36 months.
Experience amazing at your Lexus dealer. This may be the best double date ever. Home bake a Papa Murphy's Heart Baker pizza, just $9. Papa Murphy's, love at 425 degrees.
Everyone's talking about Kimmel. They said he's the most important host in late night.
Really?
They said he's late night's clearest voice.
They said I was extremely well endowed. Oh, no one said that?
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
We now have the largest and best selection of genuine top grade and rustic leather sofas in our history and maybe in the country. We have a big selection of Italian leather and can order top grade all leather sofas in a dozen different colors. We also have modular sectionals and top grade leather that can be made to fit in any size room. We have station and reclining sofas, love seats, chairs, and ottomans, plus leather sleepers. Come and see our great selection of fine leather at American Furniture Warehouse.
When things like this happen, it's a tragedy. It hurts all of us.
He is a hero not for how he died, but for how he lived.
Thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your commitment.
Thank you for remembering Deputy Micah Flick.
It's Fat Tuesday. Grab some king cake. It's time to let the good times roll in New Orleans for Mardi Gras. The Rex and Zulu parades made their way through the streets today, kicking off a day of celebration. The Fat Tuesday revelry in the Big Easy holds a special significance this year as New Orleans marks its 300th anniversary as a city. And we take a live look at Bourbon Street right now in New Orleans, where people are flooding the streets, enjoying all the celebrations. You can see lots of beads and sights. Did you know Bourbon Street runs parallel to the Mississippi River for the entire stretch of the French Quarter? Learn something new every day.
Oh, interesting.
I know, I had no idea. What a nice day for celebrations here in Colorado Springs or around southern Colorado. It was beautiful out.
Beautiful day, especially the sunshine. Temperatures are warmer and it's not too windy out there right now.
Yes.
But it will be a windier day for us tomorrow. So wind alert level 1 is in place for our Wednesday. There are a few high clouds. We can see those here on our Pueblo Chieftain Neighborhood Weather Network camera. But in general, lots of sunshine. You can see even more of that sun right now with our view from Cheyenne Mountain. And that has really brought in warmer temperatures, anywhere from 15 to 20 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. You can see that there are some high clouds now around Walsenburg, Trinidad, even Springfield and Canyon City as well. But in general, more sun, and the snow across the mountains is starting to taper off now. That will be the case as we head into the next couple of hours, but up to 2 feet fell across parts of the San Juan Mountains. This is an avalanche warning, which will continue until 9 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. Not only with all the recent snow, but the gusty winds in that area may cause some issues with avalanches. Now, the gusty winds will be translating further eastward as we head into the overnight tonight and into your Wednesday. So wind speeds picking up not only tonight, but I think late morning, early afternoon hours is when we'll find gusts up to 30, even 40 miles per hour. Some places may be gusting a little higher, and it will mainly be confined to I-25 and points westward, so over the eastern slopes. Although I do think some of the southeastern plains could also see winds gusting up to about 25 miles per hour. Windier than what we have out there today. Here's the forecast for tomorrow, and because of some of the wind, we'll actually get our temperatures to warm up a bit faster. Still going to find mostly sunny to partly sunny skies. I think we'll also have more of those high clouds in place as well with some of the winds, some of those mountain wave clouds, but temperatures well into the 50s and 60s. We'll start to see a changing forecast, so as we head into Thursday, temperatures will start to trend back downward, and our next storm system looks to provide us with the chance for maybe a little bit of a rain-snow mix late Thursday into the overnight. This doesn't look to be bringing much in the way of accumulations for us or much in the way of impacts, but if that looks to change, we'll of course let you know. Tonight's low temperatures down into the 20s and the 30s, staying a bit warmer because of the winds and some of the clouds that will be increasing overnight. High temperatures tomorrow in the 60s and 70s, 73 in Springfield, high of 62 downtown and at the airport, 58 in Ellicott tomorrow, 48 in Woodland Park, 59 in Fountain, 64 for Pueblo West, 65 downtown, 63 in Canyon City, 57 in Wetmore tomorrow, and along the Arkansas River, some low 70s are expected for the afternoon tomorrow. Here's a look at that Valentine's Day forecast in Woodland Park, 48 degrees. Storm system could bring a little bit and some snow chances on Thursday, cooler by Friday behind that cold front. By the weekend, we are looking fairly mild with mostly sunny skies. Looks like a much better outdoor weekend. In terms of hiking and things of that nature, last weekend was great for outdoor activities such as sledding, if you will. Next week turns a little more active. Could see some snow chances on either Monday or Tuesday, watching different trends in some of the weather models. Canyon City, 60s tomorrow, 50s Thursday, down into the 40s on Friday, but the weekend we're back up into the upper 50s. And in Pueblo, we have mid-60s tomorrow. Also going to see the temperatures trend back downward into the late part of the work week. The weekend is looking quiet and mostly sunny with mild temperatures. And in Colorado Springs, 62 on your Valentine's Day. Hold on to your date so the date doesn't blow away with the wind alert level 1 in place. And then again, temperatures dropping back down for Friday.
They're going to need extra hairspray tomorrow when you're heading out to dinner, that's for sure.
Good idea.
Thanks, Stacy. Well, Denver is making sure love is in the air tomorrow. Up next, what the city is doing to make this the most romantic year yet. Plus, marijuana dispensaries in California are ditching the traditional Valentine's gifts. We'll tell you what they're offering up instead.
Step back to a time where magic and chivalry abound. Join us for Renaissance in Ice this February 9th through 18th at the Cripple Creek Ice Festival. Top ice carvers from across the nation will bring Renaissance-themed sculptures to life. Enjoy live music both weekends. And don't forget to come dressed in your Renaissance best. Get ready for Renaissance in Ice February 9th through 18th in Cripple Creek. Visit cripplecreek.com.
You never think it'll happen to you. I was injured in a car wreck. Working is all I do, so when I couldn't work anymore, my life was ruined. At that point, I called Frank Azar.
Cheryl was getting nowhere with the insurance company and tried a number of other lawyers. Then she called us. We went to work immediately, and we got Cheryl $300,000.
Frank Azar got me life-changing money. Now I can focus on what I love to do.
Call me now or go to fdazar.com.
From the two trucks over here, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day.
Cool.
But before you decide, you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
The Chevy. The Chevy? The Chevy? That was obvious.
Get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Available at Colorado Springs, Pueblo, and La Junta Chevy stores.
Growing up together creates a special lifelong bond. We were both founded in 1876, and as the University of Colorado has grown, our state has thrived. Spurred on by the visionaries, thinkers, and doers CU creates, we have conquered every challenge put in our path, and will for generations to come. We are 4 campuses united in making a difference.
Valentine's Day is tomorrow, and the city of Denver wants to help you make this the most memorable year yet. Looking ahead, you can drive up to the Mile High City and get hitched for free. Clergy and judges will be on hand from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. at the Wellington Webb Building on Colfax Avenue in Denver. All you have to do is pay the $30 license fee. You're also encouraged to register on the Clerk and Recorder's Office website so you won't have to wait a while. Business owners in San Francisco are betting that couples will ditch the traditional flowers and chocolate for weed. Entrepreneurs in the Bay Area are offering up some cannabis flowers and marijuana-infused chocolates. Others are selling cannabis-infused tea, soaps, and oils. One couple in New Mexico likes a little consistency when it comes to Valentine's Day. Every year since 1979, Ron Kramer has delivered his wife Donna's favorite chocolates in the same box. It all started when they first met. He was an insurance salesman at the time and met Donna during a cold call. They began dating a short time later. That year, Ron asked Donna if she liked chocolates. She said yes, but only from a certain store. So Ron became a regular at the shop.
They said, now if you bring this box back next year and you want to refill it, we won't charge you for the box, we'll just charge you for the candy.
The tradition has become special as of late. Donna was diagnosed with dementia in 2014. She's forgotten some things, but she still knows when Ron will show up with her favorite chocolates. Very cute. Karen Share Food Bank is getting excited for Valentine's Day. You better believe it. Our friends at Karen Share are launching a new Spread the Love initiative. They want to remind folks that peanut butter is always in high demand at the charity pantry because it's such a great source of protein for hungry kids and families. To find out how you can help spread the love, just head over to our website, krdo.com, and click on the Hot button. A woman reported missing pops up on national television. Coming up, we're solving the mystery of the disappearing Bachelor contestant. Plus, if you think the Tide Pod Challenge is stupid, this new one will really burn you. Find out what people are doing online that's getting some heat.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of MyPillow. Thanks to your support, you've helped make MyPillow become one of the fastest growing companies in America. Over the last 12 years, you've helped MyPillow create thousands of jobs right here in the USA.
When I got MyPillow, I'm asleep almost immediately. I stay asleep at night and I wake up more well-rested in the morning.
That's why I invented MyPillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck supported and aligned.
Call or go to mypillow.com. Use the promo code and save over 50% with Mike's 4-pack. You'll get 2 MyPillow premiums and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. It's one of his best offers ever. Order now.
With our 60-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to lose. Sleep well, America!
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
Welcome to the highest profile trial court in America.
I'm the guy you don't want to go up against.
I've been fighting with people like you my whole life, and I like it.
For the People premieres Tuesday, March 13th on ABC.
I was injured. I was hurt bad. I broke my hip, and I needed help. So I did what injured people in Colorado do. I called Frank Azar. I called the strong arm and he got me $128,000. Do like I did. Call the strong arm. My name is Jim. I'm an actual client and everything I've told you is true.
Call me now. I'm attorney Frank Azar, the strong arm, or go to fdazar.com.
Welcome back. The disappearance and murders of 2 young teens in Delphi, Indiana continues to haunt the small, close-knit community 1 year later. Police investigating the unsolved killings hope the crime's anniversary spurs a wave of tips that can help lead them to an arrest. Last year, 14-year-old Libby German and 13-year-old Abigail Williams vanished while hiking on a trail. Their bodies were found the next day in a rugged, wooded area. Investigators released 2 photos of the suspect and an audio recording of a man saying "down the hill," evidence that came from German's cell phone. Today, we still don't know who killed them. One person many people thought could have been involved is this man, Daniel Nations. He pleaded guilty to menacing and weapons charges in a local case. Last month, he was extradited back to Indiana for failing to register as a violent sex offender. That's a felony. Becca Martinez didn't find love on The Bachelor, but she also didn't go rogue and turn up on a marijuana farm either. The 22-year-old is addressing why she ended up on a California missing persons list in the first place. ABC's Maggie Rulli has the latest.
Oh, nice.
From the moment she drove on to The Bachelor. I'm Becca. Becca Martinez stole Ari's heart, quickly becoming a fan favorite.
I may be young, but I can still appreciate something classic.
Oh, I love it.
But fans became worried when Becca's name popped up on a missing persons list. In November, her mom told the police she hadn't been able to contact Becca for a week. Police say they tried to reach her daughter for her, but were unsuccessful. That is, until a tip came in from an unlikely source, a Bachelor Nation superfan turned super sleuth.
I just Googled Bachelor contestants 2018, and I found that online, and then when I got to her picture and it was the same name, then I was 100% sure.
Becca tweeting, "Mom, how many times do I have to tell you I don't get cell service on The Bachelor?" But that isn't the whole story.
I couldn't set the record straight at the time because it would give away that I was, in fact, eliminated. But yeah, I was about a week off the show. I needed just some time to get away and decompress. And so I went up north, up into the mountains with some friends.
Yep, Becca was already off the show when her mom called the police looking for her. But she wasn't off snuggling with her new fiance like some fans speculated. She was off recovering from a broken heart. This is over. It might be too late for her this season, but all you diehard Becca M fans out there, don't worry, there's always The Bachelorette. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
You can see a new episode of The Bachelor next Monday night right here on KRDO News Channel 13. Just when you thought these so-called internet challenges couldn't get any more dangerous, a new online trend is gaining some popularity. The internet was introduced to the Hot Coil Challenge recently, and it's gotten many people worried about the human race. It's just like it sounds. People are turning on the stove, getting the coils hot, then putting their arms or other limbs on the stove as long as they can. Some people are posting their video to YouTube, while others are posting videos encouraging the viewer not to try it, which does give us at least a little hope. A man gets a stolen car back with a clue of who took it. Coming up, we'll tell you what the careless criminal left behind, plus why the victim is taking matters into his own hands. And in the wake of Deputy Flick's funeral, a local business owner is attacked for social media posts that he didn't make. Coming up, we'll tell you what led to the confusion, and we're hearing from the person who made the comments. And later, a group in Pueblo is putting its foot down on animal cruelty following the arrests of 2 accused dog fighters.
Warmer today with mostly sunny skies, a beautiful view right now in Rush. We will have even warmer temperatures tomorrow, but also gusty winds and then cooler temperatures to finish out the work week. I'll explain all of that coming up in just a bit.
When it's a weather alert day, watch KRDO News Channel 13 for the most reliable and accurate local weather information.
Tracking with your storm warnings.
If you must drive, listen to KRDO News Radio. On your computer, bookmark KRDO.com and take the Storm Tracker 13 weather app with you wherever you go. It's all part of KRDO News Channel 13's commitment to keep you safe and ahead of the storm. Weather alerts, only from KRDO News Channel 13, where the news comes first.
Hi, I'm Brian Gary. A lot of replacement windows may look the same, but there are huge differences and variations of materials that we use. Ted from Renewal by Anderson is here to tell us the differences.
Well, wood windows look great, but they need painting every few years. And aluminum windows are strong, but they conduct heat and cold. Now, vinyl windows might be maintenance-free, but they warp over time. Anderson recognized that there really wasn't a product out there that solved the most frustrating window problems.
So Anderson created Fibrex.
Right. Fibrex is our exclusive composite material, and while wood and vinyl expand and contract a lot, our Fibrex barely expands and contracts at all. So our weather-tight seals stay weather-tight even in the worst and most extreme temperature swings.
And the look of your window is completely customizable.
That's right. We have a variety of window styles and 9 beautiful colors. And you can choose your hardware, your grill styles, and we also have 4 beautiful styles of Anderson patio doors.
And it's incredible what your glass can do.
Yeah, let me demonstrate this. I'm going to use this thermometer to get a temperature of the interior of our room here. It's 74 degrees. But if I shoot this heat lamp, and it's 331 degrees.
So you're telling me on the inside now?
Yep, if I shoot this through the glass, it's right down to about room temperature, 77 degrees. So our glass keeps all the warm air in your house in the wintertime and out of your house during the summertime.
That's a really cool demonstration. Thanks, Ted. Right now, Renewal by Anderson has a huge discount.
It's Renewal by Anderson's President's Day window special. You'll get not one discount, but 2. Buy one window or patio door, get one 40% off. Plus, take an additional $200 off your whole project. With no money down, no payments, and no interest for a year. This President's Day window special ends on February 25th. For an appointment during our sale, call 719-399-1700. That's 719-399-1700.
You're watching KRDO News Channel 13, where the news comes first. Your news starts right now.
Thanks for choosing KRDO News Channel 13 at 4:30. I'm Dana Clemens. One man is taking matters into his own hands after his business car was stolen earlier this month. When he finally got it back, he found a clue inside, and now he wants to get the crook behind the crime off the street. KRDO News Channel 13's Crystal Story joins us live in Colorado Springs with the search for the one-car thief. Crystal.
Dana, inside the car was a Walgreens receipt for Newport cigarettes dated 2 days after the car was stolen. Now, he didn't get the car back until last night. Now, here's a look at that receipt. The Walgreens off of Platt and Murray says they can't release the surveillance video because he's not law enforcement, but he's worried that this car thief is still on the loose.
Personally, it wouldn't help me a lot because we already recovered the car. The damage is done. But as a citizen from Colorado Springs, it will help me a lot because it will lower down the crime around my neighborhood. So yeah, definitely it will help me and it will help the community immensely.
Now, we looked online to find Walgreens surveillance camera policy. All we could find was a statement saying they use their cameras for security purposes and tracking traffic in their store. A call to their corporate number was not returned. Now, coming up at 5 o'clock, we'll tell you why the location of this Walgreens is concerning to that auto theft victim. In Colorado Springs, Crystal Story, KRDO News Channel 13.
Crystal, thank you so much. To put this all in perspective, from the latest data from a statewide law enforcement task force shows an average of 350 vehicles are stolen every week. Local detectives say auto theft is rising in Colorado Springs and unincorporated El Paso County, but holding steady in Manitou Springs. Turning our attention to weather now, it continues to improve today with more sunshine and fewer clouds. We take a live look outside at the start of a beautiful sunset in Monument from our Community Banks of Colorado Neighborhood Weather Network camera. And Storm Tracker 13 Stacy Garvilla is tracking an even warmer day tomorrow in southern Colorado, but also a windy one. Stacy.
That's exactly right, Dana. With the wind will come the warmth and also some higher fire danger as well. I do want to show you this view in Kim right now on our Viera Wireless Neighborhood Weather Network cameras. There are a few high clouds out of the eastern plains. Also parts of southern Colorado seeing a bit more in the way of cloud cover. Temperatures, though, still a lot warmer, anywhere from about 10 to 25 degrees warmer than this time yesterday. Denver, 37 degrees warmer. So temperatures are currently in the 50s and the 60s. We're at 66 in Lamar, 65 in La Junta, 61 51 in Trinidad, 57 in Canyon City, and 59 in Pueblo. The temperature is 36 in Florissant, 56 in Fort Carson, and 54 in Florence. So the temperatures tomorrow, even a little warmer than today. 60s, even some 70s will be more common. I think we'll have a few more clouds in our skies as well. It's also going to be a lot windier. We have a wind alert level 1 in place, so expecting winds to be gusting in excess of 30 miles per hour. I think closer to 40 miles per hour in spots. With that, we will also have some higher fire danger, especially in places that didn't see as much snow accumulation from over the weekend. So we'll talk about the fire danger and the warmth and the wind, and then also some changes arriving on Thursday. That's all coming up in just a few minutes. Dana?
Thank you so much, Stacy. A week later, and a lot of questions still remain on what happened when a team of law enforcement officers followed a stolen car and confronted Manny Zatina. That confrontation turned deadly when Zatina shot at officers, killing Deputy Micah Flick and wounding several others. At Flick's funeral over the weekend, we learned from his wife that he used his own body as a shield to protect his fellow officers. CSPD says there is no new information to pass along. In fact, we may not get the big picture for several weeks, maybe even months.
Sometimes you can have a faster timeline than others. Every interview might lead to 10 or 15 additional interviews. So our detectives are clearly focused, doing a thorough and complete investigation like they do on all their investigations.
We're also tracking the recovery of the deputy Scott Stone, who remains in the hospital. There's still no timeline yet for his release, but he's said to be doing well and in good spirits. The tragedy surrounding this deadly shooting is now affecting a local business owner. Joe Trevino found himself being attacked online after people mistook him for someone else's posts. It all began after Deputy Flick's funeral. Another profile with the name Joe Trevino was posting on Facebook very negative things about the service. We are not showing those comments, but they've been described as disrespectful and inappropriate towards law enforcement. In response, people went after Trevino's business Facebook pages on Facebook, Yelp, and Google reviews. Well, that's when his daughter stepped in, trying to clear her father's name.
And I had to contact all of these people individually and kind of say, hey, you know, you got the wrong information. If you could please take that down.
Most people did take their post down. Some even apologized. We reached out to the Joe Trevino that people were reacting to, asking if he felt his comments were appropriate and if he felt they warranted such a strong response. He did respond, and after calling the other posters stupid, he said, quote, "My comments were my opinion and their reaction was their own." Today, a Colorado Springs police officer was given the highest honor for excellence in DUI enforcement. Officer Glenn Thomas received the 12th annual Ken Jordan Award. He was nominated by his peers, who say Thomas regularly goes the extra mile in DUI enforcement.
Winning this with his name associated with it is an extreme honor. Winning against the other officers that I work with and that are working in the region also is an extreme honor. We have a lot of high-quality officers in DUI enforcement.
He was one of 5 nominees from the police department. The others were officers Michelle Nethercott, Jake Tazinski, and Scott Warren, and Sergeant Carrie Hogg, all with the department's DUI enforcement team. There's a petition going around asking the city of Pueblo to crack down on animal abusers. It comes after these men, Jerry Grady and Armando Vigil, were recently arrested for dog fighting. 19 dogs with obvious fighting wounds were removed from a property on Beach Street. The petitions are being circulated by several animal activist groups. They plan to hold a peaceful demonstration outside of the Pueblo County Courthouse on Thursday. That's the same day Grady and Vigil will be in court. Those moments when your pet goes missing can bring a lot of panic and stress. So what can be done once your pet is lost to get it back home? KRDO News Channel 13's Colleen Sikora is looking into it. She joins us live in our newsroom with more. Colleen.
Yeah, Dana, we've all seen the flyers and signs posted on neighborhood corners advertising a lost or found pet in the area, but that's not the only way to get animals back home nowadays. Officer Jordan DiCarlo with Animal Law Enforcement says dispatch will get between 5 and 10 calls a day for found pets. She says officers try to reunite pets with their families, but when no identification is with the pet, it makes it almost impossible to return them home right away. DiCarlo says simple steps help a lot to get animals back into owners' hands.
Number one, I would say, was wearing a collar with a tag. Licensing your dog with the Humane Society, and having that tag on the collar, that's probably number one. Number two would be microchip for sure.
Now, everyone that I spoke with about this story agreed with DeCarlo, saying microchips are a huge help as they're permanent, so it can't fall off like a collar and tags can. I'll be looking into a variety of ways to get lost pets returned home in the second part of my series, Dog Gone, tonight on KRDO News Channel 13 at 5 and 10. Live in the newsroom, Colleen Sikora, KRDO News Channel 13.
Thank you so much, Colleen. More than 3,000 pooches are facing off for one of the U.S.'s most prestigious dog competitions, the 142nd Annual Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show. Every February, dogs descend upon Manhattan for the two-day event. Dogs are divided into 7 groups: hound, toy, non-sporting, herding, working, sporting, and terrier. It all leads up to see who is going to be named the best in show tonight.
We have over 3,200 dogs coming this year from all 50 states and 16 other countries. They're competing in 3 different competitions.
The Westminster Kennel Club says the competition is all about celebrating man's relationship with their favorite four-legged friend. Stacy.
And with mostly clear skies expected into the evening hours, temperatures will be dropping off into the 40s and the 30s, staying still relatively mild overnight tonight as wind speeds start to increase. We have a breezy Wednesday ahead of us. All of those details coming up next.
Plus, things are ramping up in the Big Easy. Here's a live look at the Mardi Gras festivities going on right now on Bourbon Street. Lots of costumes and live music in the air to celebrate Fat Tuesday. And later, if you missed out on Hamilton tickets last month, you may still have one more shot at them, but you'll need a little luck. Coming up, find out what the Denver Performing Arts Center is offering to theatergoers.
KRDO Mobile on the Go is powered by Overhead Door.
We look.
When one of our pets goes missing.
Oh, it's like absolute panic.
So what do we do when it happens? Today, 5 p.m., watch KRDO News Channel 13.
Giving you the best tips to get your pet home safe.
When you come to Cripple Creek to see the Ice Baby, play at Bronco Billy's to win a nice ride, baby.
That's right. We have a Subaru Crosstrek waiting for a lucky winner to take home. But before that happens,
we also have lots of cash looking for a good home.
On Valentine's Day, we're sealing our cash with a big kiss. Mark, what are you doing?
I'm getting ready for a big Valentine's Day kiss.
No, a Hershey's kiss.
Oh, lots of people come to Cripple Creek, but the winners come to Bronco Billy.
It's the President's Day sale at Conn's Home Plus. Huge deals on furniture with select living room sets at our lowest prices ever. Go to cons.com to apply for your Yes Money financing and get approved instantly.
Friends, colleagues, gathered here are the world's finest insurance experts. Rodney, mastermind of discounts like Safe Driver, Paperless, the list goes on.
How about a discount for long lists?
Gold. Mara, you save our customers hundreds for switching almost effortlessly.
It's a gift.
And Jamie.
Present.
Together, we are unstoppable. So, what are we gonna do? Insurance. That's kind of what we do here.
I was injured. I was hurt bad. I broke my hip, and I needed help. I called the Strong Arm, and he got me $128,000.
Call me now. I'm attorney Frank Azar, the Strong Arm, or go to fdazar.com.
Storm Tracker 13, keeping you ahead of the storm, tracking changing conditions happening now.
More snow, reduced visibility, colder temperatures.
Storm Tracker 13, only on KRDO News Channel 13, where the news comes first.
Welcome back, and happening right now, the city of New Orleans is bleeding gold, green, and purple as people are celebrating Fat Tuesday. Today marks the end of carnival season, leading into Lent on Ash Wednesday. Roughly 1 million people descend on the city for Mardi Gras, seeking beads, beignets, and lots of booze. For today, Mayor Mitch Landrieu gave Rex, the king of the carnival, control of the city.
On behalf of the people of the city of New Orleans, the mayor-elect and I, the council members, the police chief, we concur, and we hand the key of the city over to Rex. Hail Rex! Hail Zulu!
Look at this. Hail Zulu! Key to the city. I'm going to open every door. All the beer will flow freely for the people over 21. All the kids will be out of school. Everybody's going to catch a lot of beads. It's going to be a great, great day.
That sounds like a great day. He could rule the city all the time. And we've got pretty nice weather here if you're heading out and about tonight.
Exactly. Yes, maybe you can't spend Valentine's Day together tomorrow either, and you're going out tonight. Well, things look pretty good too. So we'll show you a live look now. This is our American Furniture Warehouse neighborhood weather network cameras. Lots of sunshine there. Traffic moving pretty good at I-25 and Fillmore. Fowler, you can see a few high clouds there, but all in all, sunshine has been more plentiful across southern Colorado today. And you can see here with our live HD Doppler where we're seeing the sun. There's also a few thicker high clouds near Walsenburg, Trinidad, even La Junta and Springfield. But most of that ongoing mountain snow is beginning to wind down now after seeing quite a bit of snow in the southwestern mountains. San Juan Mountains did pick up nearly 2 feet of snow, and combined with some gusty winds, there are some avalanche warnings through early tomorrow. Speaking of gusty winds, we'll start to see our winds pick up overnight tonight and through the day tomorrow. A wind alert level 1 is in place for our Wednesday. Winds are likely to gust between about 30 and 45 miles per hour, mainly along and west of I-25, but the eastern plains also going to see winds gusting up near 25 miles per hour. Some mild temperatures today. We're warmer tomorrow thanks to some of those downsloping winds, but bigger changes on the way as we head into Thursday. Cooler air will start to move this way. We'll actually turn a lot colder for Friday. Now Thursday night into Friday is when we could see a bit of a rain snow mix here. Snow will be ongoing across some of the mountains, and then as we head into the overnight, I think we could see some of that rain changing over to some snow. Looks like very light accumulations, if any at all, and a fairly low impact storm at this point in time. Tonight's low temperatures down into the 20s and the 30s, staying a bit milder because of some of those winds, and some of the clouds will still keep around overnight. High temperatures tomorrow, 60s and 70s, 66 in Trinidad, 72 in Lamar, 73 in Springfield, but 54 in Briargate, 51 in Monument, 56 in Falcon, 59 in Hanover, 63 in Canyon City, but 54 in Texas Creek, 48 in Westcliff, and 70 tomorrow in Los Animas, 72 in Lamar. Woodland Park, we have temperatures in the 40s tomorrow, 20% chance for some of that snow on Thursday. Friday is when the colder air settles in, 37 the high. The weekend looking mild and mostly sunny. In Canyon City, 60s tomorrow with that wind alert level 1. Valentine's Day, warm and windy. Also, we'll still see some higher fire danger as well. And then temperatures trending down as we head into Friday. A mild weekend, mostly sunny. Early next week, though, we could find more active weather once again. In Pueblo, 65 tomorrow, 50s Thursday. 40s on Friday, but 50s and 60s for the upcoming weekend. Sunday does look a little warmer than Saturday at this point in time. Same deal in Colorado Springs, too. 62 on Valentine's Day. Thanks to those windy conditions, we'll have a pleasant weekend ahead. Mostly sunny skies, and then Monday could feature some snow chances, possibly even Tuesday and Wednesday. Still a ways away, and there's a lot of differences between some of the weather data I'm looking at.
At least we've got a nice little stretch in between that we get a break.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stacy. If you work in a toxic environment, a new app will let you air out your grievances. Still ahead, we'll tell you more about Blind and how it works.
I see like a little black dot, and it's only on the left eye. So I see something moving from left to right.
It's like something out of a science fiction movie. Find out what was in his eye and how it got there.
Storm Tracker 13 is sponsored by Williams Storm's Allergy Clinic.
The driver of the 18-wheeler wasn't watching the road, and he caused my wreck. It was bad, I was hurt, and it wasn't my fault.
Serious accidents involving semi-trucks can happen anytime. Call me now and I'll help you get the money you deserve.
Frank Azar will fight hard for you. I called and he got me $1.2 million.
I'm attorney Frank Azar, the Strong Arm. Call me now, 1-800-544-9922, or go to fdazar.com.
From the two trucks over here, I want you to pick a new truck for your mom or dad, knowing that they could possibly pass it down to you one day.
Cool.
But before you decide, you should know that Chevy Silverados are the most dependable, longest-lasting, full-size pickups on the road, which means that Ford F-150s are not. Which truck would you pick?
The Chevy. The Chevy? The Chevy? That was obvious.
Get a total value of over $9,600 on this Silverado All-Star when you finance with GM Financial. Available at Colorado Springs, Pueblo, and La Junta Chevy stores.
Do you have high blood pressure? Age, family history, stress, weight, and amount of physical activity all play a role in hypertension. Be proactive in managing your health and see if you are at risk. Synexus is performing health screens at no cost to see if they may be a candidate for our upcoming research studies. To learn more, call 1-855-4-A-STUDY or visit our website at synexusclinic.com and search the word hypertension.
This Friday and Saturday, rush more Benjamins back into your pocket with President's Day deals at Discount Tire. Get a $100 Visa prepaid card when you buy select sets of tires and another $100 Visa prepaid card when you buy any set of wheels. Save even more Lincolns when you use your Discount Tire credit card. And get up to $320 in rebates on select tire and wheel packages. Discount Tire, where America saves on tires.
Imagine looking into your eye for a pesky eyelash only to pull out a translucent wiggling worm nearly half an inch long.
So I went like this in like a picking motion and I felt something in between my fingers and I pulled it out and I looked down at my finger and it was a moving worm.
Oh, that is what happened to Abby Beckley of Grants Pass, Oregon. She went on a fishing trip and came back noticing squiggles in her eye. She went to Oregon Health and Science University in Portland, where they began researching and flushing her eye. Over a 3-week period, 14 eye worms were pulled from her eye and sent off to the CDC for identification. They were identified as a thalassia parasite called californiasis. And there are only 10 cases in the U.S. After about a month later, after discovering the worm, Beckley pulled the last worm from her eye and is now fine. A Florida man found himself in a similar situation. This brain-eating parasite swam through Sam Cordero's bloodstream from his stomach up into his eye. It started when he ate undercooked pork around Christmas. Months later, he started seeing black dots in his vision. Those dots were a parasite settling into his eye. If the worm died, the inflammation could blind Cordero. If it lays some of its 50,000 eggs, they could travel to his brain and begin eating it, turning it into Swiss cheese. Thankfully, that didn't happen. Dr. Don Perez at Tampa General performed a delicate surgery to remove the tapeworm.
You have to tickle it with light from one side and have the cutter ready so when it shoots into the when it shoots into the cutter from the light, you can actually aspirate it and kill it.
Oh, Perez says he took out 3 millimeters of worm that was fertilized with those tens of thousands of eggs. Perez says there are roughly 20 documented cases worldwide of pork tapeworms in human eyes, and this is his second case. It's been a rough few weeks for one North Carolina family. John Lancaster thought he just had a bad cold, but it turned out he had a very serious heart condition. At first, he said doctors didn't know what was wrong, and his condition got worse. He was flown to Centara Heart Hospital in Norfolk. Doctors detected an undiagnosed heart condition that was affecting his lungs, so they placed him into a coma. He also didn't remember his wife was 9 months pregnant. She gave birth the same day he had surgery.
After delivering her, an hour later, I made my sister wheelchair me down before his procedure.
And then I remember going to the hospital in the city, and then I woke up here.
After the surgery, Lancaster held his daughter, and everything is starting to get better for the family. Before we go to break, we take a live look at the evening commute beginning, and you can see it's already off to a slow start, seeing some major slowing on the northbound side of I-25 around Bijou. Southbound dealing with heavy traffic, but we are moving at posted speeds. We'll be right back.
Larry H. Miller Toyota of Colorado Springs would like to give you a big Motor City thank you for your service. And we'd like to remind you that we're here with Motor City Solutions. Online anytime at MotorCityAutoCredit.com. Whether you're experiencing credit challenges, bankruptcy, divorce, or any other difficulties, we have Motor City Solutions. Restore your credit and restart your life with Motor City Solutions at Larry H. Miller Toyota of Colorado Springs. The first stop, your only stop at Motor City. Online anytime at MotorCityAutoCredit.com. Driven by you.
I was driving down 35th Avenue and I was making a left-hand turn and someone tried to pass me and hit me as I was turning. I knew I was injured and I knew it was serious, and that's when my daughter told me to call Frank Azar. I called the Strong Arm and he got me $125,000. Do what I did and call Frank Azar.
Call me now. I'm attorney Frank Azar, the Strong Arm, or go to fdazar.com.
Newly constructed, this lovely colonial couple features charming design and an asymmetrical roof. Household comes pre-furnished with one full cat, and 2 sets of matching parents. Bright accents and pleasant decor. Perfect for the right agent with the right listing. Like this classic Cape Cod with family guest rooms, sunny windowsills, and spacious mantel for everyone else. RE/MAX agents are more recommended because they recommend what's right for you. That's the sign of a RE/MAX agent.
Looks like you're not sleeping well.
How did you know? Hey, Megan!
Hey, you're that guy.
The My Pillow guy.
That's right, and I'm here to help you get the best sleep of your lives. Just like all of you out there, I had problems sleeping. I had tried every pillow out there and none of them worked. That's why I invented My Pillow. My patented fill adjusts to your exact individual needs and helps keep your neck aligned. My Pillow will hold its shape all night long, regardless of your sleep position, for the best sleep of your life.
Call or go to mypillow.com. Use the promo code and save over 50% with Mike's 4-pack. You'll get 2 My Pillow premiums and 2 Go Anywhere pillows. It's one of his best offers ever.
You're sleeping better.
Much better.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit mypillow.com.
The U.S. is a melting pot of cultures, and over the past 4 decades, ethnic and racial diversity has increased across the nation. Wallet Hub took a snapshot of America's current cultural profile by looking at ethnicity and race, language, and birthplace of people in more than 500 of the largest U.S. cities. The most ethnically diverse city is New Jersey. In Colorado, Aurora ranked 37, Denver came in at 84, Colorado Springs ranked 198, and Pueblo came in at 208. Locals agree the Springs is a diverse city.
Diverse? Oh, forget about it. It's like Brooklyn, New York. It's definitely diverse. You got all different cultures, from Indian, Native American Indian, Hispanic, Black, Puerto Rican, Italians. The community does a good job in adjusting to ethnics, not to discriminate, hate, and that's a good thing.
Parkersburg, West Virginia is the least diverse city in the research. One app is helping employees speak up about problems at work with anonymity. Blind requires users to sign up with their company email address, but posts aren't linked back to the user. The app first launched in 2014 in South Korea, but since coming to the United States last year, it added tens of thousands of employees from tech companies like Apple, Amazon, and Google. Businesses are taking note. Last month, Lyft began investigating complaints after accusations of improper access to rider data were posted on Blind. Yikes. Thanks for joining us. The news doesn't stop. We'll be back with more headlines and weather on KRDO News Channel 13 at 5.
Storm Tracker 13, keeping you ahead of the storm.
Some whiteout conditions.
Biggest problem for drivers is the wind.
We'll be continuing to bring you updates.
Storm Tracker 13, only on KRDO News Channel 13, where the news comes first.
Hi, Mom.
It might seem strange.
Thanks, Carla. You got
to
it.
you, my friend.
Thank you, Mrs. Gachardi.
Some things are always heaven sent. The more you want, that ought to do it. The harder it gets. The more you let go, the more you get.
I love you.
It's a great, beautiful life. It's a great, beautiful life.
Toyota, let's go places.
Give your Valentine the gift that pops. Kohl's is your go-to Valentine's Day headquarters. Kohl's gorgeous and delicious gift baskets are totally different and unique. Your Valentine will love one-of-a-kind treats, including fresh, handcrafted Valentine chocolates, truffles, fudge, plus amazing chocolate-dipped strawberries, pretzels, and chocolate heart gift boxes. Plus, Kohl's offers over 80 amazing popcorn flavors and so much more. Kohl's Gourmet Popcorn and Treats on North Academy and I-25. Have a fun Valentine's Day.
You never think it'll happen to you. I was injured in a car wreck. Working is all I do, so when I couldn't work anymore, my life was ruined. At that point, I called Frank Azar.
Cheryl was getting nowhere with the insurance company and tried a number of other lawyers. Then she called us. We went to work immediately and we got Cheryl $300,000.
Frank Azar got me life-changing money. Now I can focus on what I love to do.
Call me now or go to fdazar.com.
When things like this happen, it's a tragedy. It hurts all of us.
He's a hero not for how he died, but for how he lived.
Thank you. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you for your commitment.
Thank you for remembering Deputy Micah Flick.
Salon services provided by Tony and Guy Hairdressing Salons of Colorado Springs.
Yeah, there was no way it was possible.
Caught on camera, thieves steal a car from a Colorado Springs home only to leave it totaled. Days later, it's found with a Walgreens receipt inside, but now the convenience store says it won't release the surveillance video to the family. Going south, pot sales are booming in the tiny town of Trinidad, bringing a steady flow of cash and marijuana tourists. But at what price?
We are looking ahead to a windy Wednesday as wind gusts will be anywhere between 30 and above 40 miles per hour. Wind alert level 1 in place for your Wednesday. Those details just ahead.
I posted all over Facebook. I mean, all over Facebook. I'm just glad that someone helped me to find her. She's family. It's like losing a kid.
Doggone. There's nothing scarier than losing your best friend. But tonight, in part 2 of our Doggone series, a look at all of the high-tech ways you can keep tabs on your wandering pup.
You're watching KRDO News Channel 13, where the news comes first. Your news starts right now.
Our top story tonight, a local couple has their car stolen from right in front of their house. 10 days later, they find it totaled with no sign of the crooks, except for a receipt from a transaction at Walgreens. Good evening and thanks for choosing KRDO News Channel 13 at 5 o'clock. I'm Heather Skold. Bart has the night off. And we begin with that story of a husband and wife from Colorado Springs determined to find the people who stole and destroyed their car. They say Walgreens has surveillance footage of the thieves, but will only release it to law enforcement. KRDO News Channel 13's Crystal Story joins us live from that Walgreens with the background. Crystal.
Heather, when Kevin and Marina Vargas got their car back this week, inside was a clue. It was a receipt from this Walgreens on Platt and Murray for a pack of Newport cigarettes. If this intersection sounds familiar to you, it's because it is. Just a week ago, we were on Galley and Murray, 1 block over, for that deadly shooting investigation that started as an auto theft investigation. Now, that receipt that they found was for a pack of Newport cigarettes. It's the only piece of evidence they have to lead them to the suspect of their car. It was taken from their home on February 1st, and the car was found just 5 miles away from this Walgreens near Carefree Circle. Now it's in a shop waiting on $4,000 worth of repair. They're hoping whoever took their car might be on a surveillance camera inside that Walgreens, but Vargas says that convenience store is not cooperating.
I explain I'm not law enforcement, but I'm trying to see maybe a facial recognition of someone that we might know. They said that due to policies they have, they're not able to let us at least see the video. Want them to be on their place where they belong, behind the bars, so my community can be safe.
Now we called Walgreens ourselves this morning, seeing if we could get our hands on that surveillance video, but we still have not heard back. Now, the Vargas family did file a police report, but since their car was abandoned and now found, they're not hopeful that that investigation is going to go anywhere. In Colorado Springs, Crystal Story, KRDO News Channel 13.
Admitted Planned Parenthood shooter Robert Deere has once again been ruled incompetent to stand trial. We want to show you video from his first court appearance right after the shooting. The Court of Appeals ruled he could be forcibly medicated with the goal of restoring competency. We don't know if he has been given that medication, as that is protected under HIPAA rules. His lawyers, though, might try to fight the medication order, taking it to the state Supreme Court. The El Paso County District Attorney says it's not possible to predict when or even if the Supreme Court will take up that case. Another competency hearing is scheduled for May. The numbers are in, and recreational pot sales in Colorado are at an all-time high. Users spent more than $1 billion last year on marijuana. Surprisingly, the tiny town of Trinidad had the most sales per capita in the state. The 21 dispensaries in Trinidad sold almost $2.9 million. That is $3,000 apiece for the 15,000 people who live in Los Animas County. A lot of the sales are from customers who are coming in from out of state. In the parking lots, there are a lot of license plates from neighboring states. Trinidad city manager says this money is helping them do projects that have been on the back burner for years now.
We're trying to do the best we can do with it. We also have a huge backlog of ADA improvements that we have to do. And the estimates for what that costs have ranged dramatically.
The city manager says the money is a great asset now, but he hopes to use it to diversify the economy and just in case it disappears. Democratic Senator Michael Bennet and Republican Senator Cory Gardner are leading a bipartisan effort to ensure the federal government respects states' rights when it comes to regulating pot. This week, 18 senators sent a letter to the Senate Committee on Appropriations urging them to preserve states' laws regarding pot when finalizing this year's budget. Looking ahead now to some major changes that could be coming to the SNAP food program, or what used to be called food stamps. President Trump wants to eliminate 4 million people from that program. The administration also wants to replace half of the food recipients now receive with boxes of packaged food, commonly known as commodities. There are still questions about how such a change would work, if clients would accept it, and if agencies could manage it.
So I'm not really sure how it might impact us overall until I get more information about how they might consider getting the food boxes out to the families and things.
Around 450,000 people in Colorado receive SNAP benefits. The president's